Follow the Equestria Brotherhood by Knuckle Wolf. Chapter 17, Road to Freedom, Part 1. A dark ceiling. That's all the two brothers saw as they looked up at it from their beds in a small room at the inn. Together on separate beds, they stared endlessly into space. Neither said anything to the other, as they both knew they were thinking of the same thing. And one thing was, how were they going to leave? And where this place Start Note, or Cool Blue, or wherever he was, mentioned the day before? It was clear that if they tried to leave the normal way, all they would get was a face full of bullets and to become food for the wasteland's monstrous creatures. It bothered them. It made them think about how much more of this hell they could take. Or if this hell was going to get worse. And if it did, how? Could there really be worse things in the world that were worse than what they had seen already? These questions really rattled in their minds. It was also because of these questions they didn't get much sleep that night. On the second floor of the inn, and just outside the door, they could hear ponies downstairs, murmuring to each other as the morning continued. Sound of plates, dishes, and chairs rubbing against old wood floors echoed faintly up to their room, and even though the sounds were muffled and quiet, still brought their concentration every now and again. Adam, Neil sighed. Adam turned his head to him. Yeah? Why do you think she left? As far as I can tell, no point to be exposed to this. And if I were her, I would never think about coming out here, even to escape boredom. I thought about it for a moment and answered, well, I don't know. I'm sure she had her reasons to leave, but to just leave like the way she did, not tell us, baffles me. He sighed once again. Yeah, if the stupid leads weren't around, they would just go right now and find her. Then, as out of nowhere, came a series of knocks on the doors of the room. It scared them half to death, as they both jumped slightly at the four loud booms that came to the door. They scrambled to pull themselves together as they recovered from the sitting shock. Who is it? Neil asked, while getting out of the bed and fumbled around in the dark, looking for the light switch. It's me, Sharp Newt, his muffled voice replied. After a little bit of goofy wandering, Neil found the light switch and turned the lights into the room. The light from the single light bulb in the room hurt both Neil and his brother's eyes as the light blazed brightly. Neil went to the door and opened it for Sharp Newt. He rubbed his sore eyes that were still adjusting to the light. Yeah, what is it? I came to get you and your brother. The mayor wants to see you too. Neil rubbed his eyes at him as he didn't understand what he just said. What? The mayor wants you, kid. Both of you. And it's pretty important. Who also stumbled about the room tiredly, came up to the door next to his brother, had his head curiously to the side. What is it? He mumbled. Sartnote, you just stood there, frowned for a bit, looked down above his side. Think there's a meeting or something. She wants you two to come too. What for? Neil asked. We haven't done anything, have we? Listen, he insisted. Just come on. She says she needs you there, now. Neil rubbed the back of his neck and nodded. All right, let's just hope we haven't ticked any pony off. I don't think we've done anything to do that. I think. Adam added while leaving the room. Pretty sure you haven't, Sharpnose said, taking out a cigarette. But you did sneak in here, barged into the medical clinic again. Let's just go see what the mayor wants, Neil interjected. All right, sorry, got a little carried away there for a moment. With that, the three went downstairs, said hello to Codsworth, and continued to the street outside the inn. The morning air was crisp and light with fresh moisture in the air, to add the extra coolness to the early day. The three ponies went down the dirt road and went through the middle of town and to the end of town. Most of the townsfolk seemed to be gathered around the town hall near the town center. It was an odd sight to see tens of ponies gathered around a small stone building. More so, it was odd that they all lingered around the windows as if trying to see inside. Shortnote didn't seem to notice the small amount of ponies gathered there. Again, he was most likely there not too long ago, and as such, he already knew about them. Though it seemed odd to the two brothers as to why the mayor wanted them to go see her, or him. There were two outcomes, which bounced around in their minds as they walked to the center of town. One of these outcomes involved them getting into trouble, and the worst would be getting killed. The other outcome was a greeting, or a favor. Then again, the number of alternatives was endless at this point. As they approached what looked like the front door, they saw the crowd of ponies part as the two brothers followed Sharpnote. A whole group of ponies outside gazed at the two curiously, as a faint murmur befell the crowd. Neo and Adam, who looked sheepishly at the group, just waved and smiled nervously as they followed the buck inside. The oak wooden doors closed behind him, and the anxious crowd of ponies returned to the windows and peeked inside. The room inside was large, with several small old flags hanging from the beams that held the floor above. Pictures and posters of old mares and stallions outside the building decorated the walls. Bookshelves of old books, lamps, old cameras, and moving cameras lay on top of the shelves neatly. In the center of the room was a podium, with an old Ministry of Peace butterfly on it. A sword went through the rusted yellow butterfly that posed on the old podium. Several small chairs with several ponies sat, were talking uneasily to each other. Next to the podium was a chair, where a gorgeous orange mare sat. Her red eyes and long wavy hair flew neatly down her back. Her cutie mark was that of a heart with bottle caps stuck up on an uneven tower. On the other side of the podium was Sheriff Westwood, who sat uncomfortably as he looked over the room. Neil stared at the mare in the corner, eyed her with wide, observant eyes. The shape of her body, her mane, eyes, and hips were just stunning to him. Adam looked back at his brother and waved a hoof at him to make sure he was still among the living. "Hey, brother, you okay?" Adam asked, while Sharpnose showed him a seat. "What?" he asked, stepping out of his trance. "Yeah, fine. This is all something cool, that's all." He raised an eyebrow. "Whatever. Just don't let your mind wander too far, or you might bump into somebody." Neil and Sharpnose sat down and looked at the podium in the center. A tan mare with flowing long mane, and an orange stripe went down the side of her white hair. Her cutie mark was a scroll, which was rolled up and sealed with a blue ribbon. She stood up to the podium and put her left foot into the air, so everyone in the room could see and quiet down. As the faint chatter from other ponies in the room died down, they all looked up to the mayor eagerly as he began to speak. "All right, everybody, calm down. We are going to begin." She looked around the room to see if she had gathered the room's attention completely. Once she was sure that she did, she went on speaking. "Most of you know why we're here, and why I've selected you to come to this meeting. As you can all see, for the past 2.5 weeks, Legion has loomed over our town. It's been devastating for us to live like this, and it can't continue. We're down to our last few supplies, and it's just going to get worse. We should have done something about this long ago, but we were scared, disoriented, and unsure of the consequences." She sighed heavily as her tone became sad. "It is with a heavy heart that I say I am to blame for not acting sooner. We lost so many good folks. We all had some pony close to us affected by those bastards and their order. But enough is enough! Good citizens of our cannon, our town was once one of the most prosperous and thriving settlements in the province. But now, look at us. If we don't do something, then we won't last much longer." A unicorn mare stood up and spoke. "And what are you planning to do? We've already lost the main defense force. It's not like we just can't leave." "Yes, I know, but I think if we have to hold on to hope. Coalition hasn't abandoned us yet," Mary interjected. "Of course they haven't. They just decided to leave us here and rot as they sit back and want to slowly die in the hands of the Legion. Face it, there's no help coming." A faint whisper of agreement and disagreement fell over the room. "But there is. The coalition hasn't forgotten about us," the mayor shouted. "Oh, yeah?" The mayor decided disagreed. "Well, that's the case. Maybe they can help us man the mines and help build an army of robots to help us. Then, maybe we could go off to the magical land of fluffy bunnies and shit where there ain't problems at all." "Yeah," the mayor agreed. "What proof do you have you saying otherwise? How do we know the coalition ain't forgot about us?" The mayor gave them a hopeful look. "Because they sent us guardians. Guardians who have come to not only help us, but support us until the coalition can come." Neil and Adam's eyes opened. As they sat there looking shocked, she said that. They hadn't said anything like that, let alone come to help. They were told to come by and see how things were, check if their mother was there, and go. Quick and simple. But for some reason, things had just become a lot more complicated. Neil and Adam turned to the note. Well, simply watching the mayor. Did you just say that?" Neil said his bafflement. "Why does he do that?" Adam added. "Hey," he said nothing without breaking his nice position. "I didn't say nothing." "Well then, bring him up," boasted the mayor. "Very well," the mayor insisted. She turned her gaze towards the direction of the brothers. This immediately shocked them as he now stared directly at them. Guardians, please come up here, as he said with a motion for Huff. Neil looked at his little brother, who just like himself gulped. They both looked at each other nervously before turning their attention to Sharp Note, who just shrugged solemnly, gestured his hose for them to shoo, and go up to where the mayor was. They both glared at him suspiciously, before sheepishly making their way up to the podium the mayor stood at. Come on up! The whole town would like to hear the news coming from your mouths. Neil and Adam came up to the podium. Neil first stepped to the podium, and once the mayor stepped back and let him speak. He said in a scared tone. He never had to do something like this. Even when he was young, the class would look at him awkwardly as he tried to read the paper in front of class. These memories and more came back to him as he looked at the crowd of ponies before him. Each was eager to hear what the Guardian had to say. The coalition sent us to check on you. Neil looked over to Sharp Note. From his part, most of him to keep going. Neil took a deep breath and built up the courage to speak again. We were told that communication had been lost here, so they sent us to come and look things over. We came here with the hopes that nothing would be wrong, that every pony was fine. Sharp Note continued to make his gesture to keep going. Now, I've never lived in this town, and I haven't lived in the outside my whole entire life either. There are faint amount of whispers being exchanged around the room. But that doesn't mean what they're doing here is right. The coalition knows that. But when I see these ponies, I know. I see strong, loyal, good folks here. With that alone, we can make it out of these hard times. The mayor who had spoken up before raised a hoof before speaking. How do we know we are really Guardians? There's a faint murmur of agreement amongst the group. The sheriff stood up proudly and answered the mayor. Well, I could personally shut them both. They are who they say they are, so don't think to learn. The mayor shrugged and sat down again, and after he was seated, he had continued. I know I might seem like I know what's happening, but I don't. All I can say is that we're here, and as long as we are here, the coalition won't forget about you. Even though me and my brother might just be two ponies, we'll try all we can to help. That's all I could do for now. With that, Neo stepped down from the podium and let Adam get up and speak. Hi, my name's Adam. I'm a Guardian too. Yeah, my brother just said about everything. Yeah, thanks. With a smile, he stepped down from the podium and let the mayor take control over the meeting once more. As soon as he stood up, a slow stomping of hooves started, and as the seconds went by, it got louder and louder, until it developed to a full applause. The ponies in the group were smiling and whispering to each other what they just heard. The mayor signaled to the group to calm down, so he could continue with the meeting. Now, did you all believe me? Now comes the time we decide to take action. With a show of hooves, who here wishes to take action, harmful or not, gain our freedom? There was a pause in a moment in the crowd. Just then, as one pony raised their hoof in the other, another pony raised theirs. Just like that, another one raised theirs, and another, till a majority of the room was filled with raised hooves. And those that oppose? The mayor asked. Even those that did not for the first time did not raise their hooves. Then it is unanimous. After the meeting, I will take the main council and will discuss the next plan of action. Till we have our plans fully prepared and our options analyzed, we'll call for the town and forward the town again. Till then, she pounded her hoof against the podium loudly. The meeting is adjourned. Ponies all over the room got up and talked to themselves in small groups as they made their way out of the building, while discussing what they had just heard. The only ones who stayed inside the room was an Earth Pony mayor with a medical band, the sheriff, the beautiful mayor who sat next to the podium, and the mayor. This, and a few other ponies who sat quietly to themselves. Just as Neo and Al made their way to the store, the mayor called for them. You two, we need you to help us find out our next course of action. They lowered their heads and looked up at Sharp Note. Both sighed heavily, looked at each other once more. What have we gotten ourselves into now? Adam sighed. The ponies who stayed took a seat in the first row of chairs around the podium, watched the mayor sit in front of the podium rather than stand at it. Puzzled almost every pony as to why she wanted to sit on the floor. But it was where she wanted to talk from, and no one was going to argue about it. Neil and Al sat down on one of the chairs, with a few ponies who had stayed to listen to the mayor talk. All right, now we have the main council here. How are we going about this? a unicorn stealing with a small pair of glasses, and the silver maid looked over at the group approvingly. I think we should fight them. We have the ponies, and with the second armory they haven't raided. We can use the weapons from there to beat those blasted ponies back. There was a large amount of angry stares that looked out that made this statement. And this is the very voice of heaven itself spoke. The younger mayor next to the mayor stood up and looked at him. Their voice was slightly angry. Neo found it soothing. That option is completely out of the question. We don't have the food, medical supplies to support Melissa, let alone fight a well-equipped army. So what? We got the weapons. Won't take much of a punch to go through their defenses, so why not? I've counted the numbers. We don't have the resources. If you walking into lava with suits drenched in oil. He gave her a rude snicker and sat back down in his chair with a grunt. Adam sat and thought about hard what they could do. As he thought, Neil lazily stared at the mayor who he thought he looked. Nice. Adam sat down and thought harder. Faintly, in almost a muffled tone, he heard more ponies suggested brass, suicidal artillery to gaining their freedom. His left leg touched the ground, and watched his hoof move back and forth on the wood as he remembered the pony talking about mining. Mines, he whispered to himself. Mines, mining. Then it hit him. Then he had an idea that, like the others, it was dangerous and risky, but it was an idea that he thought might work. He noticed his brother quickly snapped out of his half-board in an odd state for a moment, and looked down to him as he just woke up. Yeah? I have an idea, brother. All right, raise your hoof then. But I don't want to. What happens if they laugh at me? What if they think it's stupid? It'd be like back in the stable, when I would talk to the class. I don't want that to happen. Can you tell them for me? Sure, he agreed with a smile. Al leaned closer to him and whispered his idea to his brother. Dio nodded at him and raised his hoof. Damn, this feels like school all over again, he thought to himself. The mayor blinked at him. Yes, Guardian. Neo, was it? Sharpnose said that was the name of the one of you two. Yeah, I'm Neo, he said, putting himself down. Well, what's your idea? Earlier, some ponies said there were mines near here. I want to know what type of gear they have here. She looked puzzled for a moment before she could answer. A red-maned mare with a durag on her head stood up to speak. Oi! What do you want to know? He looked at her curious and asked, just curious. Yeah, we got about everything from pink houses to deals. We even caught 3 tunnel diggers. One's a bit of their fuzzy though. Might need some work before they work again. He leaned over at him and whispered the rest of his idea to him. Alright then. He quickly looked at the mayor and said, I think we should dig our way out. There was a look of confused looks that stared at you. One mayor, who was across the room, looked at him and started to chuckle a bit. Laugh! I'll just say how long I is. I asked God beat him out, stab it. Neo's heart sunk, and as he looked at his brother, he just lowered his head in embarrassment. For a moment, Neo put his hoof around his brother's shoulder. He gave the point across him an angry glare. The mayor motioned her hoof to the group, so the token could stop. Alright, that's enough. Now, is that really all of your idea? Adam raised his head and shook it at her. No, it isn't. Then please do go on, the mayor replied. Yeah, please do, the mayor is mockingly saying. The mayor gave her a hard stare. Quiet, you! The mayor's face was sour as he stood there quiet. Go on, please. Adam sheepishly stood up and continued his idea himself. He hoped that hopefully once he heard his full idea, they'd be more open and defensive towards it. If the drills that the pony mentioned are Diamond Dog's Mark V tunnel clearers, then my plan maybe would work. Are they Diamond Dog Mark V tunnel clearers? The mayor nodded oddly, as if he had read somebody's mind. Yes, I believe they are. Adam turned to her then. That's the case. We can use them to dig a tunnel past the leases perimeter around town, and if they're in decent condition, they'll only take us a few days to make it out. That is, if the perimeter isn't 10 miles out. Devlin exchanged opinions in the room in whispers, as the mayor thought about what I just said. Well, from what we could tell, the perimeter is about 3 miles out. Far enough in a way not to be noticeable, but close enough to manage us. Adam smiled. Then, if that's the case, if we dig a tunnel 5 miles out, we could go right under the defenses and sneak out without being noticed to get suspected thing. With those diggers, it'll take only 4 to 5 days to dig the tunnel. After he was done speaking, nods and silence of agreement came from several points in the room. Are you sure about this? Do you have any knowledge about the diggers? The mayor asked. I had to research stables and how they were made when I was younger. I found out that those diggers while I did my paper. I even studied things out of curiosity. Cause stable tech uses the same kind of diggers to make stables. Are you sure these calculations of yours are accurate? He nodded. They should be. Give or take hours and who we could get to operate them. But if we work most of the day, and if need be, the whole day, we could get out of here and run out of supplies. Stein stood up to speak. Well, the least decides something's up. Well then, if they find out we're leaving, they'll slaughter the town. Mayor looked at him. Yes, I agree. What happens if they find out we're doing this? Then we need to stall them as long as we can. If push comes to shove the fight down, Neo added. The mayor lowered her head and thought once more. This idea could work. If Iron Fane's willing to get his crew together to do this. And if we have a small defense force together, then maybe... So what do you say? Adam asked hopefully. It's worth a shot. What do you all have to say? Raise your hands if you agree to this plan. Several of the parties in the room, including the sheriff and the mayor next to the mayor, raised their hooves. Those that oppose? Only a few raised their hooves. Then it's decided. I'll talk with some of our head representatives and see how we'll organize this. Until then, the meeting is over. I'll talk to the town later about the plan at a later time. With another loud stomp of her hoof, the meeting ended. The last of the parties in the room left outside. Neo and Al walked back into the cool air of the morning as the parties outside the building looked sheepishly at them both. So they had a glint of hope that glimmered in their eyes. They couldn't help but notice. It was apparent that they heard the whole meeting from outside, which meant that a lot of them understood what might happen next. The mayor was surrounded by several parties, including the sheriff and Iron Vein, who talked privately to one another about how organized details of the plan would work. Startnote, who had left the meeting earlier, came out with them with small, warm, open cans of beans for them. You two did great in there. I got to listen to the end bit about the whole digging thing. Sounds like the way some prisoners would get out of jail or something. Neo and Al sat down on a small porch in front of town hall and ate the beans in the cans ferociously. Whoa, slow down there. Make it last if I were you. You won't get much food until later tonight. And even that ain't much. They both looked down and slowed down. Yeah, you're probably right. But right now, you're my best friend, Cool Blue, for bringing these. Neo added with his mouth full. Sharp enough quickly put a hoof to his mouth and hushed him. Don't call me that. I haven't stayed alive just long in a waste, telling every pony who I am. I'm wanted by several ponies, and they would love to know that I'm here. Neo nodded with a rather shocked look on his face. All right, noted. Good, he stated sternly. The mayor, who seemed to be done talking to more important ponies in town, came over to the brothers with sharp note, walking along with the sheriff, Iron Fang, the earth pony, and the gorgeous mare that sat next to the mayor before. We talked for a bit, and decided how things are going to work. About a mile east of here are the Iron Mines. One of the diggers is busted, and the other two that we have there need patching up. The rust-colored stallion, who had a pickaxe and a Lincoln of a coloring mark, stepped up. If you're saying you're good with those diggers like the mayor says, then I'll head out there with the boys, and I'll fix them up and dig in the old waterways in the town. The mayor spoke again in a determined manner. Yes, and we need extra fuel and food for the miners seeking to tunnel below down. Once we fix them up and get other things, we'll need to dig out westward to reach the perimeter. What about the defenses? Neo asked curiously. The mayor, who was next to the mayor, stepped up and answered to him. While we're away, Sheriff Westwood here will check the ponies and see who can and can't fight. Once we get back from scouting mission, we'll start playing defenses and set up around town and... Neo took his hose for her to stop. Whoa, wait a second. You're telling me I'm going in a scouting party to go get supplies for the diggers? She nodded. Yes. You and your brother will go there with Iron Fang and Red Glare to dig out the diggers while we're gone. Neo shook his head fiercely as he stood up. No, can't let him do that. I won't have him go off on his own. His personal safety is one of my top priorities. Where he goes, I go. I'm sorry, but it's the only way we can take advantage of the situation. If we take you both, it may delay the entire dig for a day, and we can't waste time, the mayor said. Neil looked cross. Didn't like the idea. Well, There were a lot of ideas he didn't like, but the very thought of leaving his brother even for a few hours made him edgy. I can do it, brother, Adam said softly. Neil looked down out of surprise. Are you sure about that? What if something happens and I'm not there, or... I'll be fine, he reassured him. The mayor chuckled at him. You both should be gone for no longer than a few hours. Not much longer than that. And the mines are safe. We haven't had an accident for 7 weeks. Neil wasn't sure. He still had a terrible feeling something might happen. Maybe it wasn't there, then who knows what could happen to Adam. Adam, are you really sure about this? Adam nodded warmly. How hard can it be? It's not like you gotta fight raiders or anything. Good then, the mayor interjected. I'll go see to that the groups are together for each party. I'll also send some party to check on Red Glare. Hopefully we can get this done in one sitting. Neil sighed with an uneasy feeling in his gut. I don't like this, but I have faith in Adam. When do we head out? Soon. I'll go get the team set up. Once I got everybody, you'll meet at the gate, and your brother there, and we'll meet the others at the clinic. Sharpnote nodded at them, and all eyes turned to the inn. Well, now that you're all set up, I'm heading out to the inn. All right then, the mayor said. As for the rest of you, we've got work to do. Adam now made his way to the clinic, as Neil sat on a dead, dried-up log, waiting for the other ponies in his crew to get ready. It's only a few hours, Neil. He'll be fine. What if there's manticore in the mines? No, can't be. They don't like mines. Do they? Wait, what if there's a dragon? No, they don't like mines here. But what if there's gold in the mine inn? You don't want to keep thinking about the many terrors there could be. Still, the likelihood of giant monsters in an old mine was, for the most part, very low. Then again, some of the freakiest crap he had seen had been out in the waste. From his understanding, there was plenty more freaky crap to see. Gorgeous mare from before, whose name he still didn't know, was preparing for a hopefully long trip. Along with her, there were 4 other ponies coming along. One was a strong, black-earth pony stallion, while the other 2 looked the same. Both were mares. Both had purple manes and orange coats. Only one had red eyes, while the other had blue ones. He assumed they were twins. Either they were clones. Did clones exist in the wasteland? More relevant questions poured into his mind as he watched the group prepare for their departure. It didn't take Neil long to get ready. After all, he didn't really unload any of his things since he had arrived. The man from before came up to him, motioned him to come join the rest of the group. Neil got up and joined the rest of the ponies he would be traveling with. Where are we going again? Neil asked as the black stallion talked to the pony next to the gate. The mayor just looked at him and blinked. We are going to the ruins of Oddcannon outside the town. He raised an eyebrow at her. If those are the ruins, doesn't that make this town New Arcannon? The question puzzled her. No, but I can't give you a straight answer at that. Ah, Neil replied. Then, what kind of stuff do we plan to encounter while there? Hopefully nothing. Raiders were spotted up there before the Legion came. We're hoping the Legion ran them out. If that's the case, the place and supplies will still be there. Ah, what about the ponies who are coming with us? Who are they? The mayor turned around and pointed to the black-earth pony stallion. He's Cosmo. We like to call him Cosmo. The pointed to the 2 twins who stood there idly talking to himself. Over there's Jill and Ray. And guess what they're good at? Lastly, she pointed to a green unicorn buck. And he's Cop. Sort for Copadia. Just as he finished, the front gate began to screech loudly as it opened for them. Say, before we move, can I ask you a question? Sure, he said in a low, calm tone. Is your pit butt working? She asked. Neil looked down at his stable pit butt with a curious expression. Yeah? Why do you ask? It has something called an ESRB, or something. Does your ESRB work? For some reason, Neil busted that. My EFS works, he said nervously. Fantastic. Hey, Joe, get open. We're ready to move up, Cosmo called to her. Cherry is her name, huh? Ea thought as the group began to make their way outside of town. Yeah, are you coming? She remembers my name, too. Yeah, one sec. Neil looked back at the clinic real quick before he went off with the rest of the group. Stay safe, Al. I'll be back as soon as I can. It didn't take Adam and the other minor ponies long to get the tools they needed for their job. Red Glare, they had said, was also good with these kind of things. Was supposed to be with the rest of the group later. They had already taken out to the mines. weren't too far away from the town. In fact, the mine was about a 10-minute walk from the town hall. From a distance, it looked like a little small hill with an open entryway compared to the other small hills that surrounded the area. The ponies Alan was with were Iron Vein and 6 other ponies, whose names he hadn't been given. Adam had a feeling of excitement soar through him as he saw the mine entrance ahead of them. He hadn't walked in a mine before, nor had he repaired something so cool as saddle tinkers. He always wondered about what it would be like to see one of those tinkers he learned about long ago. They were famous tools used by the old world to help make their home. This was his chance to finally see one in real life. The entrance to the mine was of a large, old wooden supports that made up the frame of the entryway. Inside was a dark, spine-chilling void that seemed to go on forever. There was an old metal box next to the entrance, which Iron Vein went to open. A loud click! He flipped over a lever that was inside the box. It flinched as several sparks drew from the old lever. Several hanging light bulbs lit up the interior of the mine. Al looked down at the now lighted cavern before him with awe. Even with the lights on, he still couldn't see the end of the mine. The ponies made their way inside as Al stood there for a moment, just taking in the cool place.
Kid, you go. Kevin, we gotta hurry as fast as we can. And this plan of yours is gonna work. We got things to get running pronto.
Al quickly snapped out of his wondrous trance and nodded to him before he trotted slightly over to the rest of the group. Iron Vein told everyone to get into single file line, and watch their step as they went through the mine. Al was right behind Iron Vein. A few other ponies were behind him. The air of the mine was cool, moist, and still, not like the dirt field outside. They made their way down several large tunnels with ceilings that were almost 10 feet high. Small drops of cold water dripped down from a tunnel ceiling, landing on their coats as they went on deeper into the unknown. Large, old metal supports surrounded the cave that held up the roof of the tunnel. Finally, after a few minutes of walking through what seemed like an endless amount of tunnels, the group had made their way to a wide open area that was not the same straight tunnels they had gone through. The area had several tools scattered around the floor, with 3 large drill-like machines that start metal tracks on both sides of each machine. Pickaxes, old lanterns, and small drills littered the floor, along with a whole plethora of other small, different metal plates. The dim lights flickered on and off spontaneously after every other moment.
Don't worry. The lights are old, but they won't get out on us,
Iron Vein said to Adam as they came up to the drills. Adam marveled at how large they were. One alone looked like it could sail straight through the world and out the other side. This is really here. Wow. Never thought I'd seen one before.
Well, yeah, here they are. The other 2 just need to chin up. The one in the middle there needs fixing badly.
Adam went over to the middle digger and was placed through the rough cave wall. Why didn't you fix it before? Iron Vein made sure that the other ponies that had come with them started to get to work on the other 2 drills before answering him.
Well, the Legion loves the iron we got from these mines, and every time we dig some up, they take it for themselves. We figured if we don't mine, they don't get any. So far, it hasn't ticked them off, but we haven't got the mine since we stopped for that very reason.
Alan looked back to the machine and put his hoof on the cold steel frame. I never fixed something so big before.
I'll have a second thoughts, kid, because we're here, and we need to get at least these 2 running, and...
No, Adam added. I think I can handle it. I study about these things, and I can fix them if I try. Iron Vein grinned at him.
Good, I think we do it.
Sure we can! A voice echoed through the chamber. Iron Vein and the other ponies were jumping at the booming voice. Iron Vein drew a pistol he had holstered and pointed it at the pony who had made its sound. A slight glare. It was standing in the entryway of the small work area in the cave. He sighed and held his pistol.
Damn it, Oliver, it's clear. I was about to take your head off.
He grinned nervously back at him.
Yeah, I can see that. Let's have a little further, though. We ain't got time for it. The future of our whole town depends on us getting these working again.
Nodded out and walked over to the drill they were at.
I know. Just calm down, okay?
Iron Vein grunted at him. Just try and do further on, okay?
Whatever you say, you're in charge. You're damn right I am. You bust through the about that.
Fred Claire just nodded at him and sat down on the ground next to Adam. Adam looked down with a puzzled look. You're the guy who helped me and my brother at the clinic, right?
Red Claire gave him. Yeah. stuck up there and let me hang out to be cooped up in that place for a while.
Iron Fang calls loudly to get their attention.
Not that you're listening. The other engine and motor are busted. Not sure what the problem is, but that's why we're here.
Red Glare saluted him and went about dropping and opening a small steel door to the engine drill motor.
You're Adam, right? How about you work on the drill motor? I'll take the engine.
Alright, Adam said as he climbed the large machine carefully before opening the drill motor hatch at the top. Inside the machine was a twisted, tangled mess of wires, tubes, pistons, and gears. Adam felt a deep feeling of intimidation as he felt nervously over the inner workings of the machine. Adam pulled his tip buck out and turned on the lamp to have extra lighting before he got out a screwdriver from his bags. Well, here we go. Adam dug through the wires, making sure not to damage anything as he looked over at the small metal motor box inside. It didn't take long for the sound of metal pieces ringing and rattling to echo the room as the ponies were busy working on the machines. Red Glare picked up a wrench and a screwdriver from the ground and was all ready to start working on the engine. As he worked, he talked to Ham.
So, Ham, where are you from?
Huh? Adam sighed as he paused to work to answer him. Why do you ask?
Don't know. I've been here for a while, so might as well take time to get to know each other.
Iron Fang, who was oiling and tightening the boils of the drill, signified for a moment.
Oi! Can we have a nice simple chat while we work?
Fine, Iron Fang grunted. Red Glare picked up a monkey wrench and continued working.
Yeah, don't mind him. He's been through quite a bit. I feel the same way if I lost my whole family the first time the Legion came.
Adam looked over to Iron Fang with a mournful look before returning to his work. Why is his hate directed towards you?
I was part of the coalition, and for the longest amount of time we were given the responsibility of protecting the town. When the Legion invaded town, killed all the soldiers stationed back there. I was late to my patrol and they thought I was another citizen. It's a little funny, really. Saved by sleeping in.
Adam didn't feel like chuckling, but Red Glare didn't seem to mind his lack of laughter.
So, Adam, mind me asking again, where are you from?
I'm from a stable. Red Glare nodded with an impressive smile.
That's cool. That explains the pip-up then. So what's it like, living in a stable?
Adam paused for a moment. Just hearing those words made the life he lived before come rushing back to him. Memories of his life had filled his head. Adam smiled, feeling the tingle of nostalgia tickle his spine. It's great. You don't have to worry about life, just how you're going about living it. You have jobs, food, money, and loved ones to worry about. Red Glare paused, closed his eyes for a moment, pictured what that life would be like. The wonderful scene he could picture left him with a goofy smile spread out across his face.
Sounds lovely. Really lovely.
It is, Anne said quietly before going back to work.
So why did you leave then? Don't you have loved ones back home?
Statement itself made him freeze. No, I don't have loved ones there anymore. He sighed in a somber tone. Red Glare looked at him down from the ground.
Really?
I don't know, totally. My brother and I are all we have left. We look out for each other and make sure we get through the day okay. I bet brother's probably freaking out thinking a giant monster will eat me or something.
Took for a moment. Brother sounds like a good pony. I wish I had siblings, or siblings like that.
He's helped me out of hard times. Though I can't do much to repay him for all the times he's helped me with the stable. Still feel like he just likes to make sure I'm safe.
Well, I know how too you're determined to find your mother. A brother like yours, finding her shouldn't be that difficult.
Adam continued to work on the motor. As he did, he pictured the last time he saw his mother. That day, when he and his brother went off to work on a water purifier. Hope you're right. But deep down inside, I feel like we can find her. When we do. There was a loud roar like a monstrous machine howling out into the world like it was alive. Everybody in the room looked over to the drill on the left as its motor pulled and hummed magnificently.
Oh, that's one down. Do them all together.
Iron Fang said with a smile. With that, everybody got back to work instantly. Al worked hard to remember how the inner workings of the drill worked, but deep in the back of his mind, he felt a slight feeling of guilt. He felt guilty he left his brother, and make him worry over nothing. Just imagining him complaining and list the many things that could happen to him was lengthy. Be safe, brother. I'm alright. Neil looked over the side of the large boulder that gave him and the others of the group a visual view of the ruins ahead. In front of them were large brick structures with blasted out holes and thick cracks lining the walls of most of the buildings. A small wall made of metal sheets bordered the outer part of the town. Large, sharpened sticks with riding pony heads were posted all around the outer area around the town. There were also cages of old pony skeletons hanging from the large poles that extended towards the wall, displays that the whole world would see. It made Neil sick to his stomach, but it wasn't like it was an uncommon sight out in the wastes. Jerry, who scanned the scene inside the small details of the ruins carefully. Neil, how many enemies do you see? Neil looked at his eyes for its sparkle compass, which displayed several red darts, indicating a large number of hostiles within the walls. A lot. Can't even count how much. Can you possibly give me an estimate? Probably 50 or so. There are more inside. Damn it! She swore, turning her head so she could think. Guys, we need a plan. We can't storm in there. There are too many enemies to fight. Speaking of which, what are the ones inside the ruins? Neil popped to the stats and looked at one unicorn patrolled the gate that led into the town. His pip bucket labeled them as raiders in small red letters. Time unfroze as he came out of stats and looked at Terry with worry in his eyes. Raiders. Lots of them, he said greedily. Damn it, damn it, damn it! She looked over at Cosmo with a hopeful yet troubled expression. Cosmo, you're good with plans. Any suggestions? Cosmo went over to the top of the edge boulder and looked behind and looked at the old arc cannon.
Not off the top of my head. Only way we could think of something to get through there is if we were raiders or slavers. Since we ain't any of those, don't know what we could do.
Terry sighed with frustration and pounded on the back. It's all right. We just might be able to head back and hope we don't run out of supplies. Because without the extra food, my sticking out the escape tunnel will eat twice the normal amount if we work in nightly shifts. All group lowered their heads. They had come out here prepared to help contribute to the effort or nothing. However, Neil thought about Cosmo's words. Only raiders? Slavers. He thought to himself. Then he got an idea. Was this mine might have been a long shot. It was better than just giving up and calling it quits. Cherry, I think I might have an idea. She blinked at him. Yeah? What's the idea? Neil back over to the town below, pointing to the raiders guarding the gate to the town. Cosmo said the only way we could get in is if we were raiders or slavers, right? Cosmo nodded at him with a dumbfounded expression.
Yep, what's that got to do with anything?
How about we dress like slavers, take a few ponies to the group, and make us look like we're going to trade with them? Then what? Jerry added. He looked at himself, about how it would work. He looked at his pip-book and switched to his map. He had hoped it was loaded into the area on his map, so he had a good idea what to do next. To his whole surprise, the whole town itself was loaded onto his map. It was odd to him, because after looking at other locations, see that everywhere he had been was marked down on his map as a discovered location. It looked like, from where they were, there was an armory which hopefully had weapons that worked inside. Then we head over to the armory once we're inside. Simple enough. We take some of their stuff and go. Easier said than done, one of the twins saying. Yeah, but there's some way we can bribe them.
I think we should try. Raiders out here in the Southern Province like to trade and deal with slavers.
Cosmo said, putting his bags down looking through them. We could try, one of the twins said confidently. I do not know, but she says yes, so do I. Terry sighed and put down their bags, started looking through them. Well, I guess that's what we're doing then. I got rope. See how convincing we can make us look. Jerry just got done smothering dirt all over Neo. The twins had been stripped of their gear and had ropes tied around their hooves and necks to make it look like they were in fact slaves. Cosmo had mixed up a little barding on what he had to make it look more mean and unorganized. Neo wore the twins a small weather barding around his duster, was feeling far more menacing than he actually was. There, all done, Jerry said proudly, as Neo looked at himself disapprovingly. Never in my life have I felt so dirty. Not in a sexual way either. I'll take it I did a good thing, Jerry teased him. Yeah, he said sickly as he could smell the sweat and dirt fill his nostrils. Jerry went over to the twins and roped and tied herself up. All right, so Neo's the slave leader. Cosmo, you're a god, so's Cap. Listen, we need to act as believable as possible.
But hopefully not them being that bright. They won't notice us first sign. Neo got up next to its fake safe planes and nodded at her. Okay, take your positions. Every pony got where they needed to be in the group, as each one of them hoped the planet didn't end up with them being dead. Okay, just like normal, don't want them suspecting anything. They each prepared themselves as they got their most battle-hardened, tough, depressed looks on their faces once they went over to the Slayer arraignment. Once they got to the gate, though, two rough, spiky-maned ponies looked down at the group and prepared their weapons.
That's enough, you little fucks! Who are ya? Spike!
One of them yelled, pointing a sniper rifle at Neo. Hey, we're slavers! We got some of ourselves fresh slaves here! So hoping you might need some extra fun, if you will on it. As Neo had said that, Terry and the twins were hard not to laugh at like suspicious.
Oh! Those slavers, huh?
One Neo warrior said, lowering his weapon. He eyed the three ponies in the rows, but just listened and stared at one muscle look.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Oi, Roller! Get this fucking gate open! We got slavers!
The pony yelled, moving off the top of the wall. The gate opened with a hiss, and the two ponies, both of which the mayor stood, on his sides of the gate and aimed sides them carefully.
That's Frank Riding. Come by my place later. I'll make sure to bring up friends, too.
One of the mayors suddenly called out to Neo. Neo just shrugged at her and didn't reply. He continued his way inside the town with the rest of the group. Overall, there was 20 raiders in a small, confined urban area. Chains of freshly hung body parts hung through the walls, each with a profound, vulgar pictures drawn crudely over each wall. Vending machines of crude artwork decorated everything that was metal. Bloody mats with pony bodies that had been raped and tore apart laid everywhere on the side of the main road. And in the eyes of three would-be slavers, this was truly a cruel sight.
So,
The evil raider stunning cooed. We ordered the cherry and eyed her carefully.
how much is this one? I wanna.
Several other stallions looked at Mary and chose, and nodded vigorously in agreement. Neo stepped in with an angry glare. How much are you willing to pay? The raider thought about it for a second.
100 cats.
Neo thought about it, and acted like he cared all the price. Nah, how about weapons? You willing to trade anything for her? A raider instantly nodded at him.
Follow me. I'll take you to the armory. For that matter, you might get a special deal on a weapon.
Neo got behind him and followed him off to the armory. As they moved out, the raiders followed them, till they were stopped by the sound of loud weapons ready to fire.
Hold it!
A raider mare cried to Cosmo Carver DM.
You just stay here, or he'll go with the class to the armory. You dare complain? Bam!
Two fake guard ponies looked at each other with worry. Let's hope Neo knows what he's doing, Cosmo muttered to himself. Neo followed the raider to a brick, two-story building with an old wagon parked at the side of the entrance. The raider took out an old key and unlocked the rusted green metal door to the armory. The door squeaked open before the raider turned on the dim blue lights in the cluttered building. Neo's jaw hung in open awe as he saw hundreds upon hundreds of weapons piled everywhere throughout the buildings. Shotguns, rocket launchers, snipers, Gatling guns, every kind of weapon one could imagine was inside this building. Where did you
get all these guns? He posted. Well, when that monster to the west here kills somebody, not only did we get a free meal, but all that shit them caravans had on them. That was before the Legion came, though. Can't get a bunch of skills with them around. Say, you see anything you like?
Freya added in a menacing, cheerful tone. Neil walked in with his eyes wide as he scanned the many weapons that were scattered about. This was the part he was unsure about. There were a few options he could choose from. Either he could kill the raider inside the building, and with these weapons take out all the other raiders, or find a way to load the weapons without killing anyone. Neil didn't want to kill the raider, even if he was the lowest of all ponies. No, even considering the monsters these ponies was hard. However, he needed to act soon, or I doubt the group he had come with would die. The whole mission was for nothing. I need the opinion of my crew here. If I make an unfair deal with you, then where's the good in that? Neil said with a smirk. The raider frowned at him.
You fucking serious? There ain't no way I'm letting your guys in here, period!
Neil tried to make his way back to the door. Suit yourself. Then I guess that mare you want won't be yours after all. Nice to it. The Raider stopped emergently.
No, wait!
Neil against him oddly. You changed your mind? The Raider looked confused for a moment, as he debated himself. Then was side-eyed him.
That! You got to look! But don't touch a fucking thing! I'll cut your bottles off and make you eat them!
Neo nodded, waiting for the Raider and the rest of the crew to come over to the armory. They themselves were marveled by the many guns that filled the structure.
Hurry up! I wanna fuck my slave!
The Raider yelled as the 3 ponies looked around. Neil looked at the local map on his pip-buck, looked through the surrounding area. He hoped there might be a tunnel or a sewage pipe he could go through. He was surprised the old building had one. It seemed that the entrance was blocked on his map. Neil wanted to investigate this new exit further. Neil and the 3 other ponies walked over to the back of the room weapons were in, saw where the entrance to the underground sewers were. However, part of the ceiling above seemed to have collapsed on top of it. Neil didn't have another idea. One, that if properly done would mean it would be less dangerous for the group. But that was only if things went according to plan. Oh my dear sweet Celestia! Neil shouted, holding up one of the more deranged weapons. Raider quickly unholstered his pistol. Come over and see what there was.
What the hell happened?
The Raider exclaimed as he saw Neil with the gun. Each one of these weapons is waiting to explode! Several of them leaped the building. How does this tower explode? Said Neil in shock. The Raider holstered his pistol, marched over to the gun, wrapped pissed off expression.
Oh yeah? Show me.
You saw? Oh, that idiot!
Neil clumsily dropped the gun next to the small patch of grenades and looked at the Raider sheepishly.
Sorry, Metalhoof and all. You lose your grip on stuff. He just grunted and rolled his eye.
Clumsy fuck!
Neil went down to pick up the gun. As he did, took one of the grenades from the pile, put it armed on one side of the gun. He looked at it and threw it. Oh fuck! Something's armed it! Neil, Cosmo, and Carpe Diem all dived to the side, looked over the Raiders, gun went laughing loudly.
You little pussies! Hey, large exploding weapons in!
Before he could finish the sentence, the gun itself exploded, sending hot, small pieces of metal flying in all directions.
Oh, fuck!
The Raider cried. Several pieces hit his legs and neck. Luckily for him, it only left burn marks that stung fiercely.
This house fuck my skull! What the living fuck is that?
The Raider shouted, getting up and going to Neil with his weapon ready. He held Neil up by the collar. He nailed his face, and he pressed it against each other.
You did this, you little fuck! You tried to kill me!
Neil shook his head quickly. No! I tried to warn you! I can take care of this problem if you want, and get you even better slaves. The Raider dropped him and fought bad.
Yeah? Hey, I'll say it!
Neil got up and brushed himself off. I know how dangerous these things are. They're ready to explode in certain areas.
Yeah? And if lots of these big guns are ready to explode, how are we gonna get rid of them, huh?
Neil put to a pile of rubble where the entrance to the sewer was. If you clear that stuff, there's a sewer right under it. The seal to the sewer should hold back to the blast in case these things blow.
So just throw them away? Fine! How much of those weapons are like them?
About half of them.
Woo!
Neil nodded. Just imagine what would happen if the explosion hit those big bombs right over there and...
That's enough out of you! Now how about them slaves? Let's start to have our shit out! I need more than one!
Neil nodded in agreement once more. I have more slaves back at the camp. Another sir stared. The Raider looked him over.
Prove it!
Well, This time, Neil wasn't sure what to do. He put a hoof and looked through his bags quickly. Besides, the supplies he had weren't anything to convince him. Then he found an old picture of a mare. Went to his school when he was a teenager. He forgot to use the same salad bags he used when he went to school himself. Here, look at her! Neil said, giving the Raider a picture. Raider stared at her with wide eyes, drooling at the mare. Look at her. So clean. And look at that flank.
Damn! I like to make her scream!
Neil took the picture and you can have her, and the other 3, if you give us a wagon full of food. Once again, the Raider thought about it, and lustful urges. The urge to take one of those mares too was too strong for him to think.
Yeah! I'll do it!
Neil bowed to him. It's agreed then.
Agreed!
However, don't have the slave cars here. The mare you want is back at camp. Me and my boys here will need to get them and come back. I'll even clean them up for you, and throw you more food. You, sir, are an idiot! I'm saying this to the Raider, of course. The more he looked at the picture, the more and more bare the idea came. He couldn't control himself. He felt the need to have those ponies wherever the case may be. Yes! 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 Do it! Do it! The lesson here, class, is don't think with your dick. The more you know. Alright then. Also, don't forget to throw those weapons out. We wouldn't want to go off on us now, would we? Ray shook his head to snap him out of his massive trance. Oh yeah! Yeah. I'm gonna get my guys and throw that shit out. Now, just know if you bail out on me, I'll go out there and hunt you myself. You hear? Neil gulped a bit. Yeah, got it. Deal? Deal! He said, taking one of himself and shaking it. He also at the entrance to the large ruined raider town. Some of the raiders on the rough side were cooking a huge chunk of meat. Over a large grill was filled the whole area with smell of cooking meat. Cosmo had the wagon hooked up to him, and a large pile of food safely packed inside. Mayor Leather Armor came up to the raider, who sold him a lot of the food promised slaves. She leaned over and whispered urgently, You sure we should give him this much? We're getting like 6 slaves, and the whole weapons things. We're getting low on supplies. He husked her and continued to think about the many things he and his slave could do together. Doesn't matter. What matters is I get my slaves! They're clean, warm, soft, juicy slaves! Yeah, I know, but what about the rest of us? You ain't out there for yourself, are you? He gave her an hesitating glare. You telling me I ain't a good leader? Yes! What is it you are fucking telling me? She backed away from him cautiously. Well there, buddy, calm down. I just don't see why we need to give them all that shit for a few measly slaves. She gave him the same stare as he got him closely. Measly slaves! Measly slaves! 2 of those slaves are some of the best good-looking men of my life! I'm not cutting this out and steal for the fucking world! She pushed him away from her. Fine, you whiny little bitch. Keep your little slaves. I'm going to talk to the rest of the gang, see what they have to say about it. As he trotted away, he gave her a pissed look. Stupid bitch! Once I got my slaves, won't need you anyway. He went back over to Neo, had the rest of the group ready to leave. So let me get this straight. You gotta go clean them up real good. Bring them back on the slave collars. That's it. Neo nodded, even though he wasn't so sure what a slave collar was. Yep, by early tomorrow you'll have your slaves all here ready for you. Good, muttered anxiously. Mayor scratched his head for a moment. Hey, speaking of slave collars, how come these don't have any? Neo stumped again, but this time he can make it easier lie. Well, these are for show. To show what nice slaves we sell. I like to make sure you can see all the slaves, even the neck, before I sell them. I guess that's fine, he said before nodding to Ray at the gate. Let's bring back my slaves by tomorrow, or I'll find you. When I do, I kill you! Your crew! And fuck the slaves myself! Take to each of my own! He said mentally as he heeled towards him. Understand? Neil felt the slave intimidation whatsoever. Yeah. Good! Now go get me my fucking slaves! With that, Neo nodded, trotted off with their food, and the rest of the group back to Arcane. Once they were out of hearing official reins, they took the ropes off, with the extra armor for the twins to put on themselves. Well, that went better than I hoped, Cherry said with a relaxing sigh. You're telling me, Neo added groggily. But what about our weapons? As long as we go with the food, we're good. But those extra weapons, the defense of the town would be bare. Neo smiled entirely there. That whole thing with the exploding weapons was part of my plan to get them. They threw them into the sewer, and the entrance to that sewer is far away from the rooms themselves. All we need is to go back to the sewer entrance and get the weapons at the end. Simple, right? Terry playfully nods him, and the rest of the group chuckled at the idea. You did good, Neo. Not one pony died. Though for a sec I thought for sure you could give me that sleazy raider. Neo laughed. Let's just get back to town. Let somebody to get the weapons tomorrow. Today was quite a day. Hey, one of the twins called. When did you come up with such a funky, the exploding out weapons? I hate to get on track, but a trader pony taught me about those. Well, I hope he knows about those ideas that saved us. We could have been slaves ourselves our entire lives if something were to happen. Neo chuckled once more. Let's just call it a day, and be happy that nothing happened. Speak for yourself. The other twin spoke right after her. We want to say surveyor parties do lover. Neil laughed, wiping his brow once more before answering them. And though he made several close calls, and almost went back with nothing, he managed to leave with more than he ever thought. But to Neil, the best part of the day was going back to town, seeing his brother again. Footnote. Level up. New perk. Stake like ton. You gain +1 in borrowing with every level. You also gain special dialogue choices with training with another pony. Footnote. Level up. New perk. Three Finger. Usually, normal obstacles with hard problems become easier. Because of this, you gain +2 in hacking and +1 in lockpicking with every level.